What's up guys, welcome back to another music reaction / breakdown. Today we're checking out more of EXO's work. This time we're going to be listening to their new track, Flatline. This was actually a recommendation from a comment I got from a previous video, so thank you to CL Aerith, if that's how you pronounce your username. Apologies if I mispronounce it. Thank you for the suggestion. I'm really looking forward to checking out the track. I'm really glad that EXO is still putting out bangers after all this time. Their song Crown was so cool to kind of watch and listen to, which by the way, if you haven't seen my breakdown or reaction to that, you can check out the link here. I'll put it somewhere on the screen. I think this song is on their comeback album Rever X. I still don't know if that's like a play on words with the word reverse. So if it is pronounced reverse, let me know in the comments or let me know how to pronounce it as well. I don't believe there's a music video for this track, so I did end up finding a video that does have like the lyrics that kind of go along with the song. So I'll be checking that out instead. Really excited to check out the track, see what direction they kind of take this song. So with that said, go ahead and sit back, relax, and let's ride the wave. Oh, I love those drums already. Wow. Okay, pausing it already. It's been like, what, 5 seconds already, but just like something I want to point out. Very cool drums. I love like the space that the drums have. Very like open and like wide and like atmospheric and really fills the space. And like people don't normally like think of drums as like an emotional instrument, but I think the way they've kind of produced or like textured the drums in this sense, especially the snare, it really adds to kind of like the feeling and emotion for this overall track. Already I'm getting like a sense of almost like a mid-tempo kind of pop rock inspired kind of track in terms of like the instrumentation and stuff. I haven't paid attention to any of the lyrics clearly because we're only like, what, 16 seconds in. so I'm just guessing off this, but I love the inspiration behind kind of like the whole like alternative pop rock kind of genre for at least the instrumentation so far. I'm assuming it's going to be the same for the rest of the song. So yeah, again, love the drums, love the track itself. Let's play it from the beginning. We didn't get too far. I love that guitar part too. Wow. Oh, those back vocals, love that. Wow, this feels so like euphoric. Nice lay. Nice. Okay, before we get into the chorus, a couple things to talk about here. Something that I love about Korean music and like K-pop bands in general or like K-pop groups is the way they switch off between the vocal parts for every song they do, and not just like a single song or like a single album or something. The way they switch off vocal parts and like take the time to dedicate different sections that may work better for different vocalists. So good, like so meticulously like planned and very intentional too. I think it's amazing that they're able to form these groups that have like a really great blend of vocals together. Sometimes it's really hard to kind of match different styles of vocalists or different like artists together because of like their differences in how they sing and like their training and stuff. But even with the distinctions between like singers in like K-pop groups and stuff, their blend is like so good. Even if they have like different, again, types of vocals and stuff, they sing in a way that's still gives them kind of like a highlight or stands out in the track, but it doesn't kind of stray away from the overall like message or tone or like instrumentation that's the song that they're on is going for. So again, really great blend of vocals. This feels so euphoric and almost nostalgic in a way too. This track gives me like very driving down the shore, like beach line, looking at the sunset coming down with like your friends in the back seat while you're playing this song in the car, you know, doing wild stuff together, and just like really appreciating like I guess the company that you have. Or I'm not entirely sure if this is actually geared towards like a love song type of style. I haven't been paying attention to the lyrics yet. I've just been appreciating, you know, the instrumentation and stuff. But even if it's like geared towards like a love song, like it really does give that feeling of like, you know, like appreciation, or kind of like reminiscing on the feelings that you get when you're with someone that's like pretty close or that you have like a connection with. So really, really great stuff. I got to rewind this back a bit. I love the atmosphere that this is giving. Nice. I love that drop off for the, yeah. Wow, this is like so floaty. Ooh, and then just the higher like falsetto. Was that Dio singing that? Let me rewind it back a bit. It was Dio. Dio's always so good with his vocals. Nice. And right there, like to give kind of like the verse a little bit of distinction from the first verse, they dropped out the instrumentation there to kind of highlight. I think that was Kai's voice that was singing, or Kai that was singing. So the song does feel very, not to say that it's like stagnant by any means, or like boring if people are like being really harsh or stuff. But I really love how like constant this track is because of like the switch ups that they're subtly doing with like the instrumentation and obviously like the vocal switches. So yeah, let's rewind this back a bit. I love this track. Nice. Dio's gotta be my favorite singer of EXO. So good. Nice. Nice. So I'll have to kind of dive deeper into the lyrics, but it seems like they're kind of equating, I don't know, I'm taking a wild guess. I'm just kind of gathering from like the 4 or 5 lines that I just read now, but it seems like they're kind of using a metaphor or like equating life to kind of like this vast expanse that they're trying to navigate, but they're yearning or like looking or maybe even found like someone, some sort of symbolization of like someone that they can connect with and like help them guide through whatever life throws at them. I love that metaphor of just life being this vast expanse of a sea, because truly like life is like, you know, crazy and like so chaotic, and it can like swallow, you know, your happiness like whole, right? So the blue that swallows me whole right here, the lyric right here. Very, very creative kind of metaphors and like comparisons between life and like sea and like the ocean and everything, and what kind of grounds you, you know. This song is like so beautiful to me. This could be seen as like kind of like a filler song for like an album or something. Like we all know kind of like when we listen to like different artists and stuff, there's like filler songs or like songs that don't really get pushed for promotion as much. But I think this song is so beautiful, and this could be like a very underrated song. I'm not sure if it is like an underrated song with like the EXO fandom, but I think this song should get a lot more recognition because of the intricacies with like the lyrics and, you know, how beautiful this instrumentation is. I'm a huge fan of the song. I'm kind of rambling too much, but this song is so good. And this chorus is so open, so like dreamy, cloudy. Love it. And then this falsetto thing, so good. I think Dio did the last verse, but Lay did it here. Nice. Oh, so nostalgic. Great syncopation on that previous part just right there. And then right here, nice. I mentioned this in a previous video. I forget if I did it for like EXO's Crown Song or if it was like another reaction I did. For the bridge here, again, to kind of break up the parts and give distinction to kind of the arrangement because of like the song being like super constant in terms of like its feeling. They dropped out like all the instrumentation just to highlight the vocalist here. So I think Chanyeol, again, I don't know how to pronounce, I'm not very good at pronouncing Korean names, but Chanyeol, if that's right. Yeah, Chanyeol is really highlighted here when the instrumentation is dropped out. And then you just hear kind of like a floaty, kind of tingly thing, like ear candy thing in the back, while his vocal line is just going so beautiful. Yeah, you just have those reverbed out like plucks in the back. Love that falsetto. Gets me every time. I have like chills. Oh, that can't be it. Oh, wow. Very interesting way to end the song. I'm wondering what the structure is. Let me rewind this just a bit. Wow, I thought... Wow, okay. I'll have to re-listen to the whole song because I was under the impression that the arrangement was going to follow like a typical verse 1, chorus, verse 2, chorus, bridge, chorus, like ending with the chorus and then outro. But I could be totally getting this wrong. Like, again, I'll have to rewatch the video to see if I'm right. It almost feels like they chose to take a different direction in terms of the arrangement. So I think from what I remember, there's like a verse, there's first chorus, second verse, second chorus, and then they kind of had like an extended bridge where I think Chanyeol had the instrumentation dropped out during his part, and then he was just kind of singing like the first half of the chorus, and then it just like ends there. Like at the end, there's no like final chorus, final outro thing. They just kind of let it like fade off in the distance with whoever the last singer was. Very interesting choice for arrangement, and kind of unexpected too. It almost follows or kind of adds to the, you know, the kind of like the nostalgic, emotional, almost like unresolved kind of like feeling that you get from like the emotional parts of the song. Very cool artistic choice there, I should say. Almost reminds me of, I think there's that one group, I don't know if they're still around, but Day 6, Congratulations, I think that was their debut song for that group. I have really fond memories of that song specifically. I played that while I was kind of moving out from my dorm when I was in college, and that gave me very nostalgic vibes and very like fond memories and happy moments in my life too. So this gave me kind of a similar feeling, which is why I think I feel so almost attached to the song already. Like there was almost like an instant connection I had with this song. I truly loved this song. So with that said, thank you so much, CL Aerith, for recommending me this. This is definitely a song that I truly enjoyed and like really appreciated. So thank you so much for the recommendation. I think that'll be it for today's video. So if you enjoyed the breakdown and reaction, consider joining the wave by liking the video, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell. All the support really does mean the world to me as a small creator. So with that said, that'll be it for today. Until next time, guys, talk to you guys soon. Peace.